Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another episode with the Vancouver Canucks franchise here. And after a disappointing exit in round one, we are going to have to get creative with getting under the cap, re-signing Besser and Hoglander, and try and get Romanov as well. So we'll see what we can do here. And San Jose is going to be picking first overall again. New York Islanders moved from 8 to 2. And Corey Perry, he finally retires. Giordano is gone. Shea Weber, Lucic, Brian Little, Anisimov, Belair, Ryan Reeves. He's finally sick of Chuck and Mitts, Kruger, Irwin, and a moment of silence here for a great legend, Carey Price. Oh man, what a career he had. Unfortunately, not the way he wanted it to end. But we are going to head into the draft here. And looks like we are going to be picking... Where are we at? Late 20s? Calgary, Chicago, yeah, we're 28. We'll see if we can move up a pick or two. Because I definitely have my eye set on someone. But speaking of cap issues, Connor Garland, yes, he is a fan favorite, but he's one of these forwards that does not have a trade clause on his contract. So he is going to be the easiest guy to move, and he's got a cap hit of $5 million. Pittsburgh is offering Owen Pickering, a defensive prospect there. That is quite enticing. So we're going to give him Garland in a fourth for a third-round pick in Pickering. And they have brought on Connor Garland. There's been rumors in the past of him going to Pittsburgh. And we are going to make a move with the Rangers just to see if we can move up a couple spots here. Let's throw in an extra pick. And they're saying, fine. This draft is so deep it doesn't really matter. They get another pick. So be it. Alright. Utah, they're picking 3. Alright. Let's sim all the way to our pick here. 24, Porter, Bodrick, Spence to the Kings, Misa to Chicago, all the way at 17. My goodness, Misa with Bedard. That is going to be deadly. Then you got Modney, McKinney with Buffalo. Oh, Porter Martone, another guy in our division to look out for. Higgins goes to Minnesota. That's going to be an interesting pick for sure. Now we got Alexander Kuznetsov here. He is NHL ready, similar to Malkin. Oh, he is very tempting to take. But we have had our eyes set on Roger McQueen for a long time now. 6'5" center with an X-Factor ability. It's just going to be too hard to pass up. We got to take him. So there we go. First round pick, Roger McQueen. And we're not done dealing just yet, folks, as there is a goalie we want to take in the second round. And we make a deal with Washington, giving a prospect and 2 picks for their second round pick. And Joshua Ravensbergen. We need a future goalie. Demko's contract is up next year. Don't know if we can afford him or not. He may be out of his price range for us if he wins another Vezina, unfortunately. So hopefully this goalie can come in quick as Seelovs. I don't know if he'll be able to hold the fort down. And the second round is looking pretty stacked too. My goodness. Alright, we go to our second round pick. Caleb Matthews is there. He's a little bit undersized. 150 pounds in the NHL. Yeah, no. Vancouver Giant, Caden Cale. Yeah, it's not too often you see Canucks take a Vancouver Giant. There are some interesting names here. He's only top 9. Yeah, I feel like we can do better than that. It's the Russian defenseman here, top 6. We thought about taking this man here, Kirill Turumsumubayev. I butchered the hell out of that probably. But Justin Carbonneau, he's going to be an early 3rd round pick. Or late 2nd round pick. I think we might just jump the gun on this one and take him. Because we don't have a 3rd round pick. I believe we traded it away. Nope, just kidding. We do have a 3rd round pick. But we would have missed Carbonneau anyway. But Parker Holmes, another power forward, light winner here. Got some size and grit. I think he could turn into something. Now, we go into round number 5. Bryson Harvey, elite low, but he's still a couple picks or rounds at least away. So we're going to try and go for the defenseman here with our first defenseman off the board. I'm counting Pitterin as a defenseman we got at the draft too. But Colin Rasmussen, another D-man. So I'm going to keep an eye on. Jamison Mills, probably someone we'll take in the 7th round. He's still there. But this Harvey guy, he could be something that's going to be a long-term project. But we'll see if he can turn into a steal. And in the 7th round, Mr. Mills, how do you do? Well, I feel like that was a pretty nice draft here for the Canucks. Nice little boost to the prospect pool between Ravensburgen and Carbonneau. All lead the headline of this draft. And that's going to help us quite a bit, especially trade capital. Now, RFAs, we qualified everyone. UFAs, that's going to be the tough part. Who is going to come back? And honestly, I don't think I'm going to be wasting much of my cap space on any of these UFAs. Willanen, he's going to be a good veteran presence in the AHL, but he's not going to be on our NHL squad. He just won't. Juleson will probably bring back. Daniel Sprong, possibly if we have enough cap space. But I do want to try and get a second line center to try and reunite the Lotto line so Pedersen can play his best. I think that's something that they are going to have to do in real life as well. Find a second line center, put Pedersen on the wing to boost his game. Now Niels Höglander. Alright. He wants in 1 year under $1 million. Alright, well, I feel like we could probably get him for 2 or 3 years extended. He's a solid top 9 forward for the Canucks. Could turn into a top 6. Just needs a little bit more on his offensive side, but he is gritty. He is Connor Garland-esque. Just doesn't win as many battles. But I feel like we can sign him to this contract. That's pretty fair. It's almost what he signed for in real life, too. Well, that EA Sports is being realistic for once. Alrighty. Well, Niels Höglander, hopefully he'll take that offer. That'll be a big help to our salary cap troubles as well, if we can sign him under $4 million. And then you got Tom Willander here. Ooh, that's the problem with these auto-generated rosters. You got to sign him right away. He wants $5 million. Hasn't even played a game in the NHL. My goodness. Now Romanov, man we acquired at the deadline. I would love to sign him. If we can. He is still young, 25, 26 years old. Decent defenseman. Now, if we can't sign him, we probably will just trade him for some capital. As our forward group is looking pretty solid. Besides that second line center. So if we can't sign anyone in free agency and he doesn't want to sign, we could use him to get our second line center. But let's see if we can persuade him. Nope. Nothing. Oh, this guy. Oh, the Russians. They're so hard to negotiate with. So stubborn. I mean, I'm a quarter Russian myself. So I know. I got that stubbornness in me. Alexander Romanov. I feel like that's a fair price. See if he wants to go for that. Alrighty. Now, Mr. Romani will bring on board. He was unsigned. He's going to be UFA next year. And same as Fernstrom, their 3rd round pick. Their first pick in last year's draft. He loves the Swedes. We're not so high on him. I would love to take more Canadian kids if we could. But I doubt that's ever going to happen. Romanov. Rejecting that deal. Well, he is qualified, so we have some time to work with it. But it looks like he is going to be difficult, unfortunately. So hopefully we can find a way to get him happy. But Höglander's coming aboard. He's being a team player. Alright. And we try another contract with Romanov. Just a little more money, still not. He might be expensive. Alright, free agency here. We got Giroux, Jamie Benn, Chychrun. Possibly. That could be someone we could go after. But Sam Bennett, he doesn't want that much money. And I feel like he would be a great second line center for us. Not a lot of options center-wise. Dante Fabro could also be another guy to replace Romanov. Local kid. Something to keep an eye on. Possibly get rid of Susie and have him as a bottom pair defenseman. And have Willander with Tyler Myers. And that could be doable. We'll have to see how it goes, though. But we're thinking ahead here. But third line center, Mr. Connor Dewar. I feel like he's going to be a solid replacement for P.S. Suter. As Suter, he's going to sign for a little bit more money. Probably as a free agent, so he's young, he's fast, he can play on the penalty kill. Possibly get some points, 30 to 40 points if we're lucky. And he's coming aboard. So Sam Bennett, that's our next target here. 29 years old, still in his prime. Let's see if we can get him to jump aboard the Canuck train, the West Coast Express. All right. Come on. You want a 2 year? 2 year would be fine with you? Oh yeah, he's fine doing a short-term deal. He knows we're a contending team. He wants another shot at the cup. I feel like that's going to be beautiful if we can sign him for that. He's got strong interest in us. He's happy with the contract. I feel like he's going to sign. So here we go, Sam Bennett. Our new second line center. A former Flame coming to Vancouver. What's new? Sam Bennett. He's bringing his gorgeous mustache and he is on board. Oh, Vancouver just got a little more dangerous offensively. And on the penalty kill. Now, some AHL depth here. We're going to go with the viral sensation. If you haven't seen the video of him doing shootouts as a kid, I would watch. He's got some skill. Now, who else? Need some help in our AHL top 6. We're going to go to Angus Cruikshank here. He could be helping us on the fourth line too if any injuries do arise. It's a little bit smaller, but he's got some speed. So, that should be a good fit. See if he wants to come aboard. 2 year deal. Oh, yeah, he does. Alright, rest of free agency. What do we got here? Some more depth, possibly. Some veterans, Dowling, Sheehan. Ooh, Braden Tracy. Now a division rival, former player. Give him another shot here, see if he can prove his worth. We'll take him off the Ducks' hands. And the rest of the signings here in free agency. Some interesting names. Doan Suter, he's going to Vegas. Jack Campbell, going back to Edmonton. That is going to be a nightmare. I'm surprised they were doing that. Savard, he goes back to Montreal. Appleton to Buffalo. McNabb's going to Pittsburgh. Steele, Montreal. JVR to Dallas. And Chychrun, he's going to Carolina. So we got our depth signings. We got our big name. I feel like we are going to be good here for the rest of the offseason. We just got to look at who we're going to deal with. Trying to sign an extension like Patrick Demko. Try and see what he's going to want. UFA next year. And you know teams are going to be lining up to sign this guy. He can steal games. The only problem is, can he stay healthy? Unfortunately, I feel like Vancouver's probably going to let him walk in free agency next year if he wants that money. Just because of his health issues. I don't know if he'll get that money. But if he does win a with Vezina coming back from his injury, why not? 7-year deal. He wants just under $11 million. Yeah, that's about the ask there for Jeremy Swayman as well. Igor Shesterkin. Connor Hellebuck, the goalies that can change games. Now, hopefully we can find a way. If we can get him down to $3 more million, might sign him to $7 million. I would love that. See if he can take a team-friendly deal. But we're going to have to negotiate that at a later date. Now, Carson Soucy, I hate him in real life. He's overrated. He's just a little bit younger of a Tyler Myers, but just makes too many mistakes. And to get rid of that cap hit, to try and sign Romanov and Willander, I would gladly do it. Now, I don't want any young forwards unless they're 18, 19, because we already have enough forward prospects almost cracking through. So if we can trade him to an Eastern Conference team as well, that would probably be the best. Because I've had it coming in the past where a player we traded away all of a sudden scores the game-winning goal on us in the playoffs, or a playoff clinching win, we need it, comes back and bites us in the butt. So Soucy's going to Flyers. He's going to be a fit there, I feel. Now, Romanov, we're going to try and offer him $5 million again, see if he's going to finally give in and stop being stubborn. Come on. We got you at the deadline for a reason. You're on a contending team. You're going to get minutes. So hopefully he signs that. Now, Willander. He's been crushing it in the NCAA this year. Hopefully they can sign him this year in real life, because the Canucks need it. They need defensive help badly. And yeah, we can sign him to 1 year, so we'll have to worry about getting him and Demko signed next off this season. Now, only one RFA remains, and he still doesn't want to sign. So he wants a 1 year deal until he's a UFA. So hopefully he can sign that. Nope, still nothing. Alright. He's gone. We got a top 4 D now with Myers. Willander is going to be playing top 4 minutes. So we'll get some extra trade baits here. Another second round pick we can use at the deadline if we do need to make any more moves. That would be a nice little addition package for us. And offensively, the Lotto line is back together. DeBrusque, Bennett, Hoglander, Joshua, Duar, and Lettermacki. Sherwood, Bluger, and Heinen on the 4th line. Hughes, Hronek, Willander, Myers, Juleson, and Desharnais. The bottom pair may kill us, but when you got Demko, it doesn't matter. And Seelovs, I think we're looking pretty good. Until next time, people, we are signing off. Bye, everybody. Peace.